We are on. Welcome back to another enigmatic episode of the Av Files.
Yes.
Episode number,
What?
I don't even know. I lost count.
Question mark. You
Thank
guys
you,
fill it
Daniel, for
in.
joining us. Mark, thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
And of course, I'm
Yep.
joined
Thank
by
you for having.
Daniel from Arius and the Nation.
And we are talking on top of each other, but nothing else has changed.
But
We thank you for
not
having
even our
me. We are
clothes.
lagging. Not even our clothes. Oh man. Oh dude. So what are we getting to today? What are we getting
All
to? I
right.
mean, it's
So,
like let's just I feel like we need to let the cat out of the bag. It's the
okay.
same fucking day, guys. It's the same fucking day. Just letting you guys know.
In
I,
case you're wondering, like, man, you guys are like in the office, like doing all this research, writing this stuff out, really like hard working. What are you guys in there for like a week? No, we wrote this shit out a long time ago. We figured it out. We just hopped on here and we're now just knocking these out.
knocking them out. Yep, that's why there's no wardrobe changes. So, hey,
No, no.
yes, or so you think. All right,
or is there?
or we're just so disgusting. All right. Oh,
All right. So yeah, today, which is the same day as
the other ones.
the last episodes,
Yeah.
uh, um, we're gonna hit just a few haunted places in the state of Maryland. And if you guys like
All
this,
right.
maybe I can do some of the haunted places in other states. And if it does
Ooh.
well, if it does even better, maybe in your country that you're listening from.
What? What? We go global.
And if not, yeah. And if not, I will find some other shit to talk about.
Yeah, there's always shit to talk about.
There's always something
So,
to talk about. So today, I'm just gonna hit like three, three of them. Okay.
okay.
So first
Okay.
one, Fletchertown Road in Bowie, Maryland. Fletchertown Road in Bowie, Maryland is home to the legend of none other than the Goat Man. The Goat Man is a creature supposedly born from an experiment at the nearby Department of Agricultural Research Center. The mythological the mythology holds that the Goat Man escaped and has been terrorizing citizens ever since. This ghastly fusion of a man and beast was known for a murder spree in the 1950s and 60s, wielding an axe and eating his victims. I didn't know he ate his victims, to tell you the truth. Reports
Hmm.
still trickle in of sightings, sometimes a goat headed specter and sometimes a ragged figure in the shadows. Witnesses speak of bloodshot eyes and a grimy attire.
Wait. What? None of that made sense. So, okay, hold on. Time out. Let's break this down. Let's poke holes in this. Okay. So hold on. Goat man. Goat man. So I'm talking about like half, like half goat, half human, like a weird kind of fucked up minotaur, like, or is it like goat head, man body?
No, 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 no,
Because
no, 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 no. I think we've talked about him before.
no, we talked about like the New Jersey Devil, which was ish, like
Okay, so this is Goat Man. So I believe he's half bottom half goat, top half man. Um,
okay.
what's that one creature that's like half horse, half man?
Oh,
What the fuck is that called?
I don't know, Tumnus from Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. Mr. Tumnus.
Yeah, yeah. So he's
That guy.
yeah, he's Tumnus. Okay, so imagine Tumnus, but just with two legs instead of four,
And wielding an axe and eating
and
people.
wielding an
Got it.
axe and eating his victims.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. That's fucking
a
terrifying.
worse version of Mister Tumnus.
Yeah.
Reverse Tumnus. I don't know, whatever you want to call him. But yeah, it's the Goat Man. You know,
Okay.
and of course he's running around the woods, and he's hacked up a couple people or whatever. But he was apparently he was blamed for a murder spree in the 50s, 60s, wielding his little axe and eating
So
people and
that's
all that.
that's his specific axe. I wonder why he's He's maintained that axe.
Well, it's like Jason. He maintains his machete.
It's funny because there are other bladed weapons that are more proficient, and axes are pretty strenuous to use. I'm just trying to think of the proficiency of this cryptid's disability. You know, like that's pretty. I don't know, Goat Man. I'm not terrified because like if it's a top half, if it's like a man body, goat head, I'm running. I'm running, absolutely running. I'm getting out of there, right? If it's
Mm-hmm.
bottom half goat, we're not talking about a big person there. We're talking about a disproportional size. Like we're not
Okay.
Goat legs
Okay.
probably aren't big.
So okay, I got you. Okay, so on that, oh man,
He's
on
dragging
that,
his
I get
knuckles
what
in an
you're
axe.
saying, right? Yeah, he's
Teeny
like,
tiny, like
"Arr."
little. What is it?
Now,
Phil from Hercules legs.
but,
Just like I'm
but what
not
is it?
really.
But what if he's what kind of goat is he? Is he one of those goats that gets scared and passes out? You know, the sleeping
His
goat.
legs don't fucking work. I don't know.
No, he gets scared and he just like tops over and goes to sleep. You know, you ever seen those goats?
Yeah, those are like the little pygmy goats. But then what if he's like one
Little
of those fucking like screaming
narcoleptic
goats?
goats. Yeah. Oh, you know, yeah.
Those are
What kind of
terrifying too.
okay, so it depends on what kind of goat he is, right?
Yeah,
But then okay, so what it is, he it's a man that somehow got some kind of done on him. So it's a grown, it's a bigger goat. So it's a giant, basically it's a giant goat with an axe, which is terrifying. It's
yeah.
a fucking goat, man.
It's a goat, man. It's a goat,
Yeah, it's a
man.
goat,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I get it. But it's like I don't know. I'd probably if it came up to me with just the bottom half goat, I would
Man.
probably yeah. I would be like I'd probably have to throw like some change at it or a tin can and eat it instead. If it's
They
eat
probably go
me, like
chase
all
after
right,
it.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not scared because there's no horns coming out of his head, right? There's nothing like that. He could just wear pants.
Well, no, but it's a goat man. So he's half goat, half man. And not necessarily literally like half goat, half man. You know?
He has like
He's
parts
a
that are
man.
goat ish.
Yeah, so I'm sure he's like hairy. He might have horns. He's a fucking goat.
Man,
And he's got an axe, man. You know?
I just feel like if his legs are anything like a goat, if this is like some abomination created in a lab, they took a goat, they took a man, and they're like Goat Man, or what would we call Goatman? Bill Goatman.
Goatman. Yeah.
Goatman.
Something
Everything
like
is
that.
less terrifying when you speed it up. When you compress it. His Bill Goatman. No, Bill Goatman. Damn.
Goatman. He's like the accountant.
Like Batman and Spider-Man. Like those. Like, not afraid of those guys. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. I mean, it is in where was this? Where was this bridge? Where's this thing?
Bowie.
Yeah.
Fletchertown Road in Bowie.
Have you ever seen that big agricultural center, man? It's nuts out there. It's like I think it's like by the IKEA near College Park.
Oh, really?
I feel like, yeah. I think it's huge. I'm like, yeah,
know.
this. But no, they have so many vast swaths of like acreage back in that part of Maryland. Mm-hmm. It's just like closed off, and I'm like, whoa! It looks pretty heinous to say the least. It looks like there's some shit back there. I wouldn't put it past them. You know,
it could be. We don't know what's back there.
I mean, and then does he take the life expectancy? Does he take the life expectancy of a human or a goat? Yeah, because then he probably died of old age by now. So,
unless there's more things that got out. Yeah. So yeah, so there's the goat man of or Thomas Goatman of Fletchertown Road in Bowie.
Hell yeah.
who
Thomas
who's
Goodman.
probably just a disgruntled accountant, and that's why he's out there hacking people up.
Probably.
You know,
I'd believe that. See,
that'd be a
that's
little.
terrifying. That's terrifying. There's an accountant from the agricultural center that just rage quit and he's in the woods now. See, that's terrifying.
Of course. I mean,
his last name just happened to be Goatman.
Goatman. He's all pissed off. His wife left him.
It's Goatman. It's Goatman, not Goatman.
Yeah, right. His kids like hate him. You know, they blame him for the divorce and everything. You were never there for me, Dad. You know, all that good stuff. Yeah. Stuff
it's Goatman. It's Goatman. That's it.
It's not my fault. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Love it. Okay. Another one is Dr. Samuel A. Mudhouse. Is in Waldorf, Maryland. Stands the home. Okay, so in Waldorf, Maryland, stands the home of Dr. Samuel A. Mudd, a house connected to one of the most infamous moments in American history. Here, Dr. Mudd sheltered John Wilkes Booth after Booth assassinated President Abraham Lincoln. Unaware of Booth's crime, Dr. Mudd tended to his broken leg, causing him to be accused of basically helping him out. Like he knew he was one of the conspirators in Lincoln's assassination. Dr. Mudd faced imprisonment until his wife, Frances, determined efforts to secure a pardon from President Andrew Johnson. Now, museum visitors and staff report sights of Dr. Mudd's ghost as if Dusty still binds him. Jesus Christ, I can't read. Yeah, I totally screwed that up. Let's try it again. Yeah, this
happens.
You guys get what you get, okay?
This is one shot. Takes.
It's one shot. 100%. That's it. Now, a museum visitors and staff report. Okay, so now a museum is the house of Dr. Mudd. Visitors and staff report sightings of Dr. Mudd's ghost, as if duty still binds him to the property. On occasions, forms. There's forms on the indention. Indention forms on the bed where Booth once rested, as if his spirit lingers there still.
Booth, bro, dude, this is talk about like original conspiracy theories. This story is nuts. This whole John Wilkes Booth story, bro, you want some tinfoil hat shit? Like 100%. But that's interesting in how why would he deserve a ghost?
John Wilkes Booth?
No, not John Wilkes Booth. Mudd. Why does Mudd deserve a ghost? He didn't do nothing wrong. He just helping a dude out. That's part of the Hippocratic Oath.
Well, I guess he's upset because he's getting blamed for something he didn't do. So that's at a time there was a people would say like what was it they would say like you're Mudd, or
oh yeah,
it was like a diss. They'd be like, oh, you're Mudd, or your name's Mudd, or something like that. And that's where that came from. It was Dr. Mudd's house. It's an old thing that like people used to say. I heard about it only because I kind of looked into this a while back, and I watched that movie, The Conspirators. It's actually a really cool movie. It gets because I like history, so I like watching that type of stuff, and it talks about
Mudd.
Some of the people that were in it. Again, it mentions Mudd in the movie and stuff like that, and it's pretty interesting. Yeah. So, adding to the spectral tales, the presence of Miss Frances Mudd is said to haunt the premises. Witnesses attest to unexplained voices and electric candles flickering to life during Civil War reenactments, which is pretty cool. I like that. Like again, this like stuff like this interests me. I think it's pretty crazy because these are lights that are flickering and turn on and off. during Civil War, and only during Civil War reenactments. Like none other time it happens.
But I thought, see, so for me, like I feel like in order to prompt a ghost, like when you submit your ghost application, it needs to be you died under duress. Like you were either wrongfully accused and put to death, or some tragedy took you out.
Well,
You
I mean,
know?
I don't. Well, is it that you were put to death because really he was wrongfully accused,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
even now people still. I'm sure there's still people that say no, he helped him out, he knew what he was doing, stuff like that. Again,
But
like you said, this is a conspiracy theory.
yeah.
In a way, this is a conspiracy theory, because there's a lot of things that happened that went on
Now
that I didn't
now
even
do you
know. But if you watch that movie, like it
now
expands on it a lot.
now do you think, now hear me out on this. Do you think, since he was a doctor, right? Do you
Hmm.
think his ghost lingers for some shit he did that wasn't related with John Wilkes Booth? Like
No,
accidentally or purposely killing people?
no, accidentally killing people. Oh, I believe all doctors do it.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the job.
And especially back then, like
You probably you accidentally killing somebody outweighed you
yeah,
having somebody
it's part
survive.
of it. It's part of it.
Yeah,
Like, oh, you got a little hay fever. Psych, fucking polio. Done.
yeah. Now you're dead.
Or
Now you're
yeah,
fucking dead.
scarlet fever, gone. You know?
Right.
Um so I don't know, man. That's pretty interesting, especially since he is tied to John Wilkes Booth. There's a lot of
Yeah,
cool stuff.
that is the
Like
crazy thing. Oh no,
that's
yeah. So again, like his
that's
house is a museum. So like if you want to, you can go to his house and visit this place.
where's it?
Um,
Waldorf?
yes, it is in
How
Waldorf,
the
Maryland.
hell how the hell did John Wilkes Booth get from the theater and make it to Waldorf with a broken leg?
Time portal.
100%,
Aliens.
right?
Aliens.
Like
Had to have
that
been
it
aliens, right?
blows my mind, man. That blows my mind.
So so the museum is open in the spring to the fall on Wednesdays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Reservations are not required. Admission is free for children under 5 and under. $3 for children aged 6 to 12 and 10 for everyone 13 and older. In case anybody was wondering, because this sounds pretty cool and I would like to go visit that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh
actually open
yeah.
right now. It's summertime. It's open
Oh, I
right
was
now.
like, it's there's no way. I was like, they do midnight shit. It's like, it's over, right?
Not
Well, let's
not like
go.
like I'm not leaving right now, but I will. I do really. And you know what? Maybe I will go there this summer
Yeah,
and check it out
yeah.
because that's pretty cool.
Bring the kids.
Uh, no, museums open for spring, fall, Wednesdays, Saturdays. Uh, maybe Sundays. Hmm. Yeah, I want to go check it out.
All right.
It seems pretty cool. Another haunted place in Maryland that is interesting and is is in around the same time as the Lincoln assassination. The Antietam battlefield in Sharpsburg, Maryland, is a somber testament to one of the deadliest conflicts in American history. On September 17th, 1862, General Robert E. Lee's Confederate Army clashed with General George McClellan's Union forces, resulting in over this is a lot 23,000 casualties. This encounter, known as the
That's
Battle of
crazy.
Antietam, remains etched in American history as the bloodiest single day battle in the Civil War. The landscape is punctuated by sites like Bloody Lane, the cornfield, and the stone bridge over Antietam Creek, locations of some of the fiercest combats during the battle. Visitors have mentioned having unsettling experiences from feeling watched to hearing phantom gunfire and drumming. Some even claim to have seen ghost soldiers reenacting the battle, only to vanish before their eyes. The battlefield, now under stewardship of the National Park Service, stands as one Maryland's most haunted locations. The Antietam Battlefield Visitor Center is open year round from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., except for Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, and New Year's Day. Shocker.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
so Antietam Battlefield, interesting. Civil
Yeah,
War.
that's
Civil War is actually very interesting to me.
that's where I feel like 90% of our East Coast ghosts come from
Mm-hmm.
is Civil War
Mm-hmm.
battles. And I think
Right.
maybe it's just because so many people died that day so
A
quickly.
lot.
Um
Yes. So many people died that day very quickly and very painfully.
yeah.
It's not, it's the way that they died from not just being shot on the field, but like from wounds, infection later, stuff like complications from,
Yeah.
what do they have? They have to amputate legs and arms and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
It's
So, and it wasn't, and again, it wasn't like they like now where everything is sterilized and clean. I mean, they're literally, their tools that the doctors had to operate with were, you know, grabbing it, taking care of one soldier, going to the next soldier with probably the same
yep.
tools, and just
Yeah.
washing them off
Go
real
for it.
quick, and no kind of.
Going
So
for it. Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of the
I,
guys out there got
and
infected
remember
and got.
there are a bunch of young I would call them kids. I would call them
No,
kids.
yeah,
I
because
would
back
call
then
them
it was like,
kids.
what are they, like 15, 16-year-olds going to
Yeah.
war?
Yeah, I would call them kids. Doing it.
Yeah.
Especially Antietam. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was one of the bloodiest effing battles out. I think it is. It has to be one of the bloodiest
Yeah,
battles
no, it was.
of the American scrimmage.
No, yeah, because it was. It said the bloodiest single day battle in the Civil War. But there was other ones, Bloody Lane, the
Oh yeah,
Cornfield, Stonebridge.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's interesting too, and that's somewhere that I would like to go visit also, because, like I said, that really interests me.
now. I want to say I've been to Antietam, but I think I keep getting it confused with like
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg
Yeah,
because I live
yeah.
I live close to Gettysburg, not Antietam. Antietam,
Gettysburg. A
I
lot
feel
of
like is near
people.
Hagerstown, right? Like up that way.
Sharpsburg. Is that
Mm.
by Hagerstown?
I would
Maybe.
say it's near there, but
It's possible.
but but yeah, Gettysburg is close to me, and I know those stories are rampant. Those ghost stories. Everyone
Hmm.
has a ghost. You get a ghost. You get a ghost. You see a ghost. They're everywhere in all the taverns, all the houses, all the fucking. I mean, the Civil War was the mass producer of ghosts for all of us on the East Coast. One hundred
Hmm.
percent.
Hmm.
100%. I mean, not I would say not so much Revolutionary War. Definitely Gettysburg. We mass produced ghosts.
Yeah.
So, but I mean that's one of those things that I would love to go. Maybe one day we can join forces and go up there.
I mean, I'd like
to get
to.
to get to get some stuff done, you know, because eventually, because it's just an interesting battle in general, and then you have the other side of it. Because I bet you still hear that stuff, and you hear reports to this day that you can still see stuff in like the fog, you know.
Yeah. Well, I've even heard of. I've heard of. Okay, so like, man, Maryland has um, a lot of these places where battles were fought, and a lot of them were fought in places that not a lot of people know that they did. There's trails
Yeah,
all over Maryland. There's Civil War trails all over the place.
in the middle of
There's
nowhere,
signs.
you'll see a Civil
Yeah,
War
in the middle of
trail.
nowhere. It's like,
Like,
yeah, it's like what? But yeah. I mean, I hear of stories of people, like I said, hearing soldiers marching, gunfire, seeing soldiers in battle, seeing soldiers walking, and then disappearing. You
yeah,
know, I've heard of people
Yeah.
where they said they see soldiers crossing the road, and just information. They're crossing, they're going to wherever, and they're like, "Oh, there's Civil War reenactors. We didn't know that they were doing that today." And they get closer, and
They just
there's nobody
disappear.
there. Yeah, and they ask, "Where are the Civil War
That's
reenactors?" And they're like, "We don't have any."
holy crap.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Holy crap. I'd get out of there real quick. I'm like, no, thank you.
Okay.
Next. No way, man. But yeah. No,
So a quick look, and it's about an hour to Antietam from here, from where I'm at.
okay.
It's about an hour, a
Okay.
rough hour.
Is that like obviously up north? Is that north and west? Otherwise known as Northwest Maryland?
um, let's see.
Where is it? Like is it on the barrel of the gun? Like, I don't know where that is in our state. That sounds terrible, but
It's up north, kind of going towards. Is that West Virginia? Hold on.
yeah, makes sense.
I think it's headed towards more like towards West Virginia.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean that makes sense because you had the folk down in Harper's Ferry, all them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, good old folk down there. Yeah.
Yep.
Stay the fuck out of there.
Yeah, definitely. Talk about ghosts. Yeah, you don't want to be on the you want to have the loose inside ghost near you.
Yeah, you don't want that shit. But yeah, so the Battle of Antietam.
There you go. There you
So
go.
you had, yep.
That's something that a lot of people don't get. Especially I know a lot of our the people that watch our channel, right? There are some that are across the pond, right? And Maryland is actually a pretty unique state. It's steeped in loads and loads of history. I know you're like, but here across the pond, we invented history. I get that. But for a country, Maryland is like Keyport, Port Baltimore. Star Spangled Banner was written in Baltimore, Fort McHenry.
Fort McHenry, yep.
That's like we're mad important. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I mean we have a lot of Civil War stuff here. Freaking The Wire was filmed here. So lots of stuff. And Michael Phelps was born here. So
right, yeah. Don't forget Michael Phelps.
And Under Armour. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of tanking now, isn't it? I don't know.
I
don't see too much Under Armour anymore.
No.
Do we have time for one more?
Yeah.
Or are we going
to
do one more? All right,
let's do one more.
Yep. One more scary place in Maryland. The Lord Baltimore Hotel. The Lord Baltimore Hotel opened in 1928. It's famous for its paranormal encounters. Guests have recounted eerie experiences from unsettling dreams to feeling a specter presence while asleep. Some even claim to have been touched by unseen hands in the elevator or lobby. Are they sure it was a ghost? Or is there like some guy just like feeling up,
Yes.
grabbing people?
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. The elevator's peculiar behavior is a common tale. It frequently ascends to the 19th floor unprompted. Here, guests have reported seeing a little girl in a cream-colored dress clutching a red ball. Okay, so timeout. A little girl clutching a red ball is always a bad thing.
Yeah, just go. Run. Don't
If
go.
I
run.
see that, yeah, no. Guests claim the girl is usually crying, rocking, or screaming. So why do people stay here?
Yeah, what?
I don't understand that. If I see a little girl holding a red ball, just rocking, crying, or screaming, there's no chance that I'm going to stay in this hotel. These are all red flags.
Nope. Yeah.
A little white girl holding a red ball? No, thank you. The hotel also carries the tragic... Yeah, no, forget it, man. The hotel also carries the tragic tale of a married couple in formal wear, driven to a tragic end by the 1929 stock market crash. Many include hotel staff believing these lingering spirits to be the same ones guests encounter today. Probably, I mean, if the ghosts are there in your house or in this hotel, and guests keep seeing it, chances are it's the same fucking ghost. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, a couple killed themselves because of the stock market crash in
Okay.
1929.
Well,
All
I
right.
mean, I wonder if La Llorona knows about the girl. Maybe she can. Maybe we can introduce him. And be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
Maria,
Yeah.
follow me. I know someone."
I'll take you back to Spanish
It's
Harlem.
just- yeah.
But we're gonna
After
make a
we
stop.
stay at the Lord Baltimore Hotel.
We're gonna stop off at the hotel first. Then we're gonna go to,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
It's
hopefully,
just
you
you
guys can
you
get
you
together.
find the light and you go. You ascend.
Yeah,
Um.
there you go.
But yeah, that's I don't know, man. All it takes is one. All it takes is one instance where I either have the hair on my arms raise up, or I feel cold, or if I
Mm-hmm.
see something or something moves without me touching it, I
Oh, if
am
I see something,
out.
you can forget it. You can
I am
forget it.
out. I'm out. I'm not a part of that story. The movie's not about me, so I will die first. You know what I mean? If I don't know I'm in the movie, I'm dying. Like that's how it works in movies. So I'm out of
100%.
there. I'm out of there. No way. No way.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-uh. So I mean, I feel like for all this, like, are you skeptical? I'm like a skeptic believer. If that makes any sense. If that makes any sense, like if I can be like, I know enough not to fuck with it, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I know enough not to like pursue those stories or pursue those ghosts. Like I'm not gonna be like, hey
So
man, let's book a room at the Lord Baltimore Hotel. Fuck that.
so it's one of those where you hear a scream, you don't go investigate. You go the other way.
Hell no. Right. Well, you have to be your situational awareness has to be on point, so you don't end up a statistic. You know what I mean? You're like,
Right.
that was a scream. Where am I? Am I in the woods? Because that's oh hell no. Am I in a hotel? Then oh hell no. But if I'm on the street and it's the scream is in front of me, let's see what it is. If it's daylight and we're open, like you know what I mean? Like, hey, let's check it out.
So
But hey, no, no, no.
there's a few factors, right?
Yeah, there's a few situational factors where I'm not going to be involved or I'm not going to end up being the one screaming. So that is what I've lived my life like that, and it's worked out so far. Um,
Right.
yeah, but yeah, you see a girl in like old looking clothes, like old timey clothes with a red ball, just run. Don't
You
don't try to
can.
make
You
don't try
can.
to make friends with the girl with the red ball ever. That's never a good thing. Ever.
No, dude,
Just stay away.
that's an automatic get the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, if you guys enjoyed that, you guys want to hear more scariest places in Maryland, let us know. If you'd like to hear from about another state from or maybe from across the
Your
pond,
country?
I would
Yeah.
love your state. Let us know in the comments. Okay, tell
Yep.
us. We'd be more than happy to
Check it out
oblige.
for sure.
But anyway, Daniel, thanks again for joining us. Appreciate it as always.
Oops.
I'm waiting to see if you'll change your sweatshirt.
Never. This is my podcast sweatshirt. This is my this is my podcast. I will be buried in this.
I'm trademarking that, by the way. I'm going to trademark
Yep.
that. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's actually
Available in the
That's
merch
actually good
store
to put
soon.
on a sweatshirt. Coming soon.
What my
All right, Daniel. Thanks again.
my podcast sweatshirt?
Yes, your
Love
sweatshirt.
that.
That's it. Daniel, thanks again. Appreciate it. Again, everybody,
Thank
you
you.
like what you're hearing? Leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Until next time, thank you very much. Peace.
Later.